When I beat Dan Hooker and not get any injured, of course I'm gonna take that fight because this is title fight, and as I know now, you cannot turn down the title fight. So you gotta get there and get your opportunity and then fight for the title, because you can fight maybe.
Проблем нет ни с кем. Ни с Илией, ни с Хукером, ни с кем. Так что со всеми могу пересесть и поговорить. I'm the next on the lane. Have to give me title fight because #1 contender beat again the top fighter and main event. So they already know they have to give it to me.
Right after his clash with Dan Hooker.
Right after his battle with Dan Hooker, Arman Tsarukyan wasted no time declaring he's ready for Ilia Topuria. He says this is the moment he's been preparing for, and you can feel the emotion behind it. This rivalry has fired up national pride on both the Armenian and Georgian sides, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For Tsarukyan, this could be the step that completely reshapes his legacy.
Georgian people wants to be him champion, and Armenian people wants to be me a champion. And in Georgia, a lot of Armenian people live there. My old relatives live there. Yeah, and maybe 10-15% from Georgian people, they want to see me a champion too.
Tsarukyan's comments about his focus and readiness opened the door for a bigger conversation about how his next performance might shake up the lightweight division. Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman warned that these massive matchups shouldn't be rushed, especially with Tsarukyan's grappling being a major factor. And even though Ilia hasn't faced him yet, the potential clash is already building buzz.
Have the title shot. And then he unfortunately, whatever happened, he didn't make weight or his back went out, whatever happened, he didn't get that shot. And so now you're in a position to where you could potentially get the shot. So I do believe he's extremely talented, and I think Arman is extremely tough. I would like to see if Ilia is able to compete relatively soon. I would like to see Ilia fight Justin Gaethje, because I do think that's a banging fight, and I do think people want to see that.
Talk then shifted to what Tsarukyan must prove to earn that shot, with Usman noting that Dan Hooker is still a dangerous spoiler. Hooker's skill has never been in doubt, and a big win would push Tsarukyan into real title contention. Meanwhile, Ilia might prefer a striking heavy war with Gaethje, a matchup fans have imagined for years.
Tsarukyan goes out there and gets it done relatively quickly in impressive fashion. That kind of throws a wrench in that situation, and I do think it helps the case of Ilia. You need to stay down and let's defend this belt now, because you are the champion here. Are you willing to stay here and defend this title? Of course, Ilia's chasing Islam, and I get it from his perspective. When he wanted to come up, I get that. You want to take off the pound for pound best so you could take that top spot. You can now be that pound for pound best.
Cejudo added that if Tsarukyan makes quick work of Hooker, it could complicate Ilia's plans, possibly pressuring him to defend his belt before moving up. Still, some believe Ilia might be overlooking threats in his own division, and Tsarukyan's rise could force him to settle unfinished business. The storyline only grows as all three fighters inch toward major decisions.
Everything for me. If I lose everything. If I win everything as well. So this is like a title fight for me, It's a 5 rounds main event, and this fight I must win and get my title fight. It's so important fight for me, and that's why I'm focused. I'm very focused on.
Looking ahead, Tsarukyan called his bout with Dan Hooker a defining moment in his career. He said the fight is massive for him, both personally and professionally. A win could launch him straight toward a title shot, while a loss would set him back in a big way. His focus and determination are laser sharp heading into this moment.
Headlines going to read. How is this all going to play out on Saturday?
I'll go there, finish him as soon as possible, and get my title fight in January or whatever it's gonna be.
Tsarukyan doubled down on that urgency, saying his plan for Saturday is simple: finish the fight decisively. He wants zero doubt about where he stands in the division and plans to sprint straight into a title opportunity the moment it opens. His mindset is locked in: push the pace, dominate early, and force the next step.
Out.
No, I don't want to wait. If performed very well, and the UFC said, "Can you fight in January? I'll take that fight right away."
It appears, based on rumor and innuendo, that Paddy Pimblett might be the favorite to get.
Speaking on a potential clash with Ilia, Tsarukyan said he's ready to take any big opportunity as soon as it comes. If he impresses this weekend, he's willing to fight again as early as January. His focus is on keeping momentum alive and moving quickly toward that long-awaited title shot.
The victory is Dan Hooker's victory. I'm not gonna let him win me, and I'm not thinking about that. He does same, you know. We go there for the victory, but if you compare skills and who I fought, who I win, I'm in the right spot, you know. That's why I'm a number one contender. And he lost his all opportunities with good fighters, you know. It's a poor year.
Tsarukyan remains locked in on Dan Hooker, seeing this matchup as a crucial gateway to championship contention. He feels his past wins and experience have positioned him well. Hooker, meanwhile, has missed chances to prove himself against top-tier opponents, making this fight a defining one for both men's trajectories.
See, and he just, when I saw that, I just laughed, you know, and because I'm a little bit different, you know, and I have my goal that I want to achieve, it's a UFC title, and then can talk whatever he wants. It just makes me laugh.
When asked about criticisms of his public image, Tsarukyan made it clear he's driven by ambition, not clout or social media attention. He emphasized that his preparation is real, his goals are serious, and beating Hooker is a necessary step on the road to UFC gold.
And he never talked personal, like, to me, you know. If I have something on my personal thing, yeah, I would take him out from his room and talk to him. Same Ilia, so it's just business, it's just fighting, but there is a levels of trash talk. If he touch me or my family or something, like with bad words, yeah, but about spoiled kid, about that I am.
Tsarukyan also spoke about a future showdown with Ilia, saying he's matured and now sees fights as professional challenges. He stays calm and focused, but made it clear any disrespect toward his family would bring a different level of intensity. Still, his priority is skill, strategy, and staying locked in.
Do I look like a man that's easily intimidated? Nah, like we had a little face-off yesterday, and it's like even more confident. Like you stand face to face with the bloke, he extends his arms, and I'm thinking, far out.
Yeah, what'd you think there? Because I was rewatching that a few times. You give him a bit of a look towards the end, right? You're like, there was something.
Just laughed, bro. Like he extended his arm, and I was like, brother, that's not even halfway on me.
Yeah.
If I would have extended my arm, I would have punched him right through his head.
On the other side, Dan Hooker said he felt zero intimidation during the face-off. In fact, standing face-to-face only boosted his confidence. He thought Tsarukyan's attempt to look dominant fell flat, and the moment confirmed that mind games won't play a role in this fight.
Because, like, according to him, you know, he was going to say, oh, Dan's not going to keep the same energy when we run into each other and all this kind of stuff. I thought he'd say something to you or anything like that. Nothing.
I'm obviously not going to kick the shit out of him at the face-offs. I need the money. I want the money. I don't need the money. I would like the money. And you don't get paid for smashing them up at the Pigeon Tower. You get paid for smashing them up inside the octagon.
And finally, Arman Tsarukyan enters this fight riding real momentum with sharp striking and dangerous grappling that make him a legitimate threat to Ilia Topuria and a rising force at lightweight. Dan Hooker brings his own confidence, toughness, and experience, ready to push Tsarukyan to the limit. Analysts are split. Some think Arman will dominate on the ground, while others believe Hooker's grit and adaptability make this one too close to call. Either way, it's shaping up to be a must-watch showdown.